And one thing that I found that separates successful people from everyone else is that successful people, they simply ask better questions. And as a result, they find better answers. Get towards the end of the year, I find it super important to find purpose and clarity moving forward. How you end this season is how you will begin the next. Let that sink in for a minute. The way that you end this current season is gearing you up and preparing you for what you're stepping into in the upcoming months of next year. So every year when I get to the end of the fourth quarter, I start to intentionally plan and ask myself, why am I doing what I am doing? Or why do I do what I do? And why is it needed? Why is what I do needed in the marketplace? Why is it needed to help further and better humanity? Why is it needed for me to step up and become a better leader inside of my family, my community, my organization? Because at the end of the day, the questions that we ask ourselves will shape our life and our destiny moving forward. And one thing that I found that separates successful people from everyone else is that successful people, they simply ask better questions. And as a result, they find better answers. Now let's dive in. I'm going to go over some end of the year planning techniques and some questions that I ask myself to help refuel my purpose and add momentum as we step into a new year. When I'm looking at the next 12 months and the year as a whole, my goal is to break it down into quarterly chunks. So we got January 1st, which is Q1. We got Q2, which is the next 3 months of the year, May, June, July. Q3 and Q4. Now there's a really amazing book called The 12-Week Year. And the 12-week year talks about having a hyper focus on each individual quarter inside of the year. Because as human beings with our limited capacity, if we're trying to focus on a complete 12 months is a long time to really project and forecast what you plan to accomplish over the next year. So the author claims that by compressing your year into a quarterly or a 3-month, 90-day section, that you can accomplish as much inside of a 90-day window as most people will accomplish in an entire year. So we want to look at the entire 12 months and think about, what are the goals? What are my goals? Now, when you start thinking about your goals and planning your goals, go big. Don't hold back. If you could do anything, accomplish anything, become anything, what does that look like? Get very detailed. Write them down. Just start putting a long bullet point list. Write down as many goals as you possibly can. Now, once you have all of these goals written down, I want you to identify the top 3. What are the top 3 goals that I've written down in this huge bullet point list that I would like to accomplish? What are my top 3 priorities that I would like to accomplish this year? Make sure that you're very dialed in. Make sure that you pay attention and you know what is the most important things. What is the most important thing professionally, relational, community driven, whatever your focus is in this current season. I want you to make sure that you're dialed in and that you select those top 3 priorities. Once you have them, Ask, why is this needed in the marketplace? Now, business is not some complicated equation. It's simply identifying gaps in the marketplace and creating solutions on how you plan to solve problems, right? That's it. Find a need, find a problem, and as a business owner, it's your job to craft a solution, right? So reverse engineering this whole thing, what are my top priorities to accomplish? Well, hey, if it's having a better marriage, well, why is this needed in my marriage? Why is this needed in my relationship? And this gives you a plan where you can reverse engineer the process to tie the knot, to tie the loop, and put a game plan in place on how you plan to accomplish it.